Hey everybody, it's Greg again. So hopefully you found my last video about how to utilize the player user interface for AREALM useful. Now I'm going to go over the UI for the Dungeon Master. So this is the AREALM home screen, and I'm going to hit Dungeon Master. You can put in whatever name you want. I got my name there, and you hit create. Automatically load, and you can see me there. Hey, it's going to automatically start with the camera on and audio on. So if you are prepping and you invite your players to the game and you want to be able to do some prep in the background, just hit the icons here in the bottom near the dice, very end of it on the far right. You can toggle the camera on and off, and also mic on and off. Hopefully you're able to hear me because I was still talking. That was brilliant. Anyway, so you'll notice here at the top bar here on the right, there's a new icon here that's different than what was on the players interface. Players, it looks like a globe. I think that's a globe. It looks like a globe. Hit that. And you'll see these two buttons here immediately below that. One says environments, the other says images. Starting with the environments tab, it's already highlighted. The first menu you have here is ambiance. Now, this application comes with 3 ambiance already built in. The first one is cave. Now we're going to select it. It's highlighted, you know it's selected, and hit the apply button. I have to turn it way up. Not a good example of that one. Let's try another one. Harbor. Again, fly. A little low. Okay. Turn up the volume. So anyway, those are the default ones. Haunted Forest. Now, here's where it gets good. You hit the plus button. Custom media. These are great. Super easy to add. All you do is hit upload. You hit upload, and it's going to open up a window, and you can scroll through your computer. As long as it's an MP3, MP4, it'll play. So let's look at this first one. Tales from the Past. Hit select. Apply. Volume. Isn't that lovely? Let's find a background that better suits this ambiance. So the next, I don't know what this is called, section. So this is for the backgrounds. So the backdrop that's currently on there, that's the first one, AREALM default. Next one is Tabletop RPG layout number 1. This is another preloaded one. Hit apply. And this is where you can set up your players, be like, everybody take a box. There you go. Now each of your players has to drag themselves to this area if that's where you want to put it. So I'll just put myself over here in this corner. No one puts me in the corner. Not even myself. Okay. Anyway, I'll put myself over here. So you're giving your characters some background information or something. There's 3 that come with the software, and then say you have your own that you want to use. You hit the plus button. Now these are all the ones that I've used in my sessions. So it's really easy to add. You just hit the plus button, and then you see this plus button icon. You just hit that, and you search your computer for whatever images you want. JPEG, PNG. I think there is a maximum file size. but I'm not sure. I don't think it actually mentions that. Anyway, apply. There it is. New background. Super easy. Next one, weather. There is no way to add more weather options, but again, this is beta, so it's a little limited. There you go. Snow. Oh, it's raining now. Rain. This one's cool. Fog. That's really nice. I actually do like using the fog one. You can use it more. Right. So, now you'll notice the last button, combat maps. These buttons are disabled because the background is enabled. So, if you want to disable the background, you go to the background section, click on it. See how the yellow border has disappeared? That means it's deactivated. And now you can post dungeons, or combat maps. So the first one, there's 3 that are already loaded, and then you can easily add your own, just like before. Now, here's the thing. You want to switch things up, like one at a time. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. So I will say I want to clear this weather. I have to hit clear here. Sure, you want to clear? Yes. Clears everything. So the ambiance ends, the background ends, and obviously the weather, which I wanted to end, ends. So that's kind of cumbersome, but again, it's beta, and for all the ease of everything else, I don't care. That's fine. I'll just upload. I'll put ambiance back. No big deal. Jungle drums. Okay. Anyway, back to combat maps. Hit the plus button. Got all these I've already put in there. So let's start with a new one I just put in there. Apply. So there we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna get into how to add. Let's say you're prepped. You have everything you need for your players to start coming into the room. We'll go to the chat icon, right beside the settings icon. There's the room code. You're going to give your players this room code using whatever communication method you're using. Telephone numbers, email, Discord, Messenger, whatever. Just copy and paste it over there, and that's going to give them the room code that they need to enter the room. I didn't leave anything out. If I did, my bad. So that's that. The other buttons at the top, DMs have costumes too. Let's say I want to wear a hat. I love this hat. It's my hat. I'm putting this hat on. It's my DM hat. I like wearing a beard. It's my beard. My DM beard. Effects, same thing. You can make yourself bigger, smaller, wherever. Put myself right over here. Combat. This is where you can put your player. Now, as your players actually enter the room, they're going to automatically populate here. And whatever they've assigned as their initiative value in their character creation is also going to populate here. Same thing with their health and AC. What you can add here are your NPCs, or enemies. So let's do NPC 1, add, and then you want to add another one, NPC 2. Add. Now you would have, as the DM or GM, you'll have to enter in the initiative values, HP and AC, but this makes it real easy to control initiative. So that's really cool. Let's see. Right. Everything else is pretty much the same. as the GM, you're going to have control over the map scaling. Players aren't going to be able to adjust the scale of the map, but as the DM or GM, you will. So now it is a slide bar, and there's no gradations on here, so you don't know exactly what size things are going to be when your players arrive. When the players do arrive, what AREALM has as far as how they're represented in the game is using this video. So let's say I'm the player, go to effects and shrink it to the, you'll have to shrink it to the scale that is appropriate for the map that you're using. AREALM used to have a token system where players could create their own little avatar token. It would be a two-dimensional image they can put onto the map. They took it out as a function, but they're working to put that back in. Another thing that the GM has access to is teleport players to a position button. Once your players are in the game, you can click this, and I don't know if you can see that very well, but let me remove the fog of war. So, fog of war off. Here's my map, and put myself here, middle. And let's say your player's in the game. You want to put them over here. Bam. All of them are going to go to that single point there. It's a little cumbersome, but again, I mean, for the simplicity of it, it's really not that bad. I mean, I'm not picky, I'm not difficult to please, so I'm pretty happy with it. So this other icon right next to it, to the right, says Fog of War. Once I click that, I can turn the Fog of War on or off. It does not differentiate between what the GM sees and what the player sees, but again, as far as simplicity, ease of use, it's pretty easy and it's pretty simple. Once the players come in, they're going to have a halo around them as far as what their Fog of War reveals. There are no degradations or gradations on the Fog of War slide bar. Again, it's just real simple. It's not super clean and tidy, but again, this is beta, so it's really simple and you can adjust it. It'd be really nice to see, like, okay, based on the map scaling, this, when I slide this, this is 30 meters or 30 feet. This is 60 feet. And this just opens up a halo around the player, revealing everything. There is no way to put in, at the moment, there's no way to add things like dynamic lighting. So there's no dynamic lighting yet, but I'm sure that's something that they would want to add later. They used to have a way to upload and use 3D maps. I'm not really a fan of 3D maps. I think they're a little unnecessary, more cumbersome, but I believe they still have that. I'm just not sure how to use that because I've never used it before. But I think that's an option that's available. If you have access to 3D maps, you can upload your own, I believe. But again, I've never been a fan of 3D maps. And so, a little bit cumbersome if you have myself included, or players in general that don't have high power computers to play on. It can be a drag on your system. And so I just choose not to, for simplicity and ease on myself, my own computer, and also my players' computers, because I want to get to the game as soon as possible. Alright, so onward to the rest of navigating this UI. The next icon over is a grayed out information icon. It tells you how to move creatures, rotate tokens, rulers, which is pretty cool. So let's say you want to measure the distance between 2 points. You just press Q and you start dragging around and it tells you. I'm going to release it, just click. Click with your left mouse button, super easy. The next button over is probably one of the most important buttons to know how to use as a GM. Click it, add 2D creatures. So this is where you're going to upload your tokens. I already have a bunch here. Let's see, something appropriate. There's a shark. You can rotate it around and point it in certain directions if you like. You can kind of see the yellow halo in the direction of forward, but I mean, for purposes of most games, I mean, facing, I guess, matters sometimes. I don't use facing, but there you go. And once you find a position for it, just click on it again with your left mouse button, and it stays there. When you click on it again, now this is only as a GM, you see these boxes here. Now, these are supposed to be adjusting the diameter of the token, and it's always like, which box is it? Is it this box? No. Is it this one? Yes. But it seems to change every time. It's like, it's a game of which one is it? So there you go. And move it around. That's it. Your players are not going to be able to see this box around it. They'll just see the token moving around. You can right click on it and it'll ask you if you want to delete it. Just click on it. Super easy. Boop. Gone. Want to add another one? Got a pirate there. Pirate guy. Again, facing. And adjusting. Now, go in a little bit here. Let's say you wanted to add another pirate. Right now, as the UI is set up, you'll have to add in each individual token. And you have to size each individual token. Again, see, which it was this box, but it's not. There it goes. Okay. You have to resize each individual token. But it's fine. No big deal. Take some time to do that. Sometimes what I do is, since they've added the Fog of War feature, what I'll do is I'll just put them off to the side, out of the range of the Fog of War, and then as I need them, I'll just pop them up there. You can't hide them. There's no hide option, but again, it's beta. I think and hope that eventually they'll put that in there. Let's see, what else? Again, you've got your guys here. Now, as a GM, and I think a player has one too. Has this private toggle. You hit private. Now, this role could just be private. It has a 5+5. Oh, I see. Excuse me. Private role. Private roles pop up in the chat, but it's private, so no one else would be able to see it. Let's toggle that off. Same thing. Let's say you want to roll a bunch of d20s. Of course, I do the natural one. Huh? D20. Alright, 20. Alright, so let's say Dungeons and Dragons have a advantage, disadvantage. I mean, there used to be a way to toggle it, disadvantage, advantage. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just 2 d20s. Roll them. Take the higher one. Simple. Oh, advantage roll. Now see this, it doesn't separate them, so it's 19 plus 9, 28. But let's just, it'll tell you which one was first. What I've been doing to work around the lack of a D100 or a percentile dice roll is 2 D10s. I roll it, and the first one that pops up is the 10th place, and the second is the 1st place. So this would be 16. That's just what I've been using. I really enjoy Call of Cthulhu. I like 5e. It's ubiquitous. Everybody knows it. Everyone feels comfortable with Dungeons and Dragons. Now everybody has played or heard of Call of Cthulhu. What is that? Oh, it's a D100 system. What is that? How does that work? So I understand that, you know, lack of a D100, but you can work around it. Again, it's just really refreshing to have a simple and easy to use tabletop platform. I wasn't satisfied with the big 2 that are out there. Just hard to use, hard to get a game started, and by that I mean constant issues with my players not being able to connect to my games, me being disconnected from my games, just lack of stability in the system for something, an application for something I'm actually paying a lot of money for. Right now, download is free, use is free. But again, kind of have to deal with, you know, some of the troubles of a beta testing platform. But hey, it's simple. It works in a way. Its simplicity is very elegant. I wish and hope that AREALM continues to develop just the simplicity of it, and the universal use of it. I think this has a lot of potential as far as what games can be played and ease of use and access. I hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. As far as the settings, if you go to settings, you can show my name. I can remove my name. This is for each individual player. Show the room code. The chat. I can go toggle off show room code. Go back to the chat, and it's gone. Toggle it on. There it is. Let's see what else. Music volume, echo cancellation, video resolution. High. Camera. Show microphone icon on the screen. This is where you can switch microphone. If you need help setting up your microphone, just click here. I'll direct you to a page for that kind of help. Let's see what else. Feedback. It's the same way as it did on the player UI. Type it in, hit submit. Can't think of anything else. I guess that's it. Well, yeah, I've been using AREALM for months now, since it was in alpha, and I've been playing my 5th edition Curse of the Crimson Throne. Curse of the Crimson Throne was published by Paizo, which is Pathfinder 3.5 edition, basically. Again, most people feel more comfortable jumping into a game of 5th edition versus like Pathfinder. Oh, I've never really heard of Pathfinder. I don't really know how to play it. I know it's a little bit different than Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I don't feel comfortable with that. Okay, well, it's real easy to run a Pathfinder edition game with 5th edition. I know a lot of people disagree with me. I've been told that it's crazy and stupid, but that's okay. They're not the DM. I am. My players seem to have fun. So, anyway, I digress. Again. Anyway, I guess that's it. I hope I didn't leave anything out as far as this thing. Yeah, anyway. I'm not gonna edit it, because I don't know how. at some point I'll get to learning how to do that and make it more professional and more clean. Oh, I did forget something. Hang on a second. Alright, so images. This other button here. You click on it while you're in a combat map. You cannot add images during combat map thing. So again, deselect that. Go to images again. It's not going to let you. You have to completely clear out of the map. So again, it's going to clear everything and take you right back to the default AREALM screen. So clear. It's going to ask you, sure? Yeah. Again, clears the ambiance. It goes right back to the AREALM default background. And it's going to put all your characters right here in the middle, right where my big face is. So again, you'll have, as a DM, you're going to have to put everything back. Everything goes back. Hopefully you have patient players. I've had a couple players who are like, I don't like this. I don't like this. And that's fine. So yeah. So you put it back up. So let's say your players are all gathered here on the screen. Shrink my big face down a little bit so I can make some room for my players. And now I can put some images on here. So you can start adding NPCs. Who's this lady? Let me tell you about her. Who's this dude? Let me tell you about him. You can increase the size. You can rotate them around. Move them off to the side. You can tokens on here on the board. So I have to go with this background here. Again, you switch the background, it turns off the music. Didn't used to do that. So I'll submit a ticket for that. You can do that right now. So let's say settings, feedback. Let's type it in. Hit submit. I'm done. So again, back to images. Say the players are on a boat. They can just gather their images, because again, the players' avatars on the screen are going to be the video that they have there. There is an option to add a third-party avatar. I believe it's called Ready Player Me. I don't think it's quite stable yet. I've heard other GMs and players on the Discord saying that they have issues with it. So I'm not sure what the status is on that. Again, my players and myself like to keep it real simple. KISS, keep it simple. You know what? So we don't hassle with it. Just because, if it's not going to work, why bother with it? You're just going to grind everything down to a halt, and then no one's going to have fun. No one's going to be happy. So, anyway, again, players, this is going to be the default size. Just have them shrink themselves down to an appropriate size. Plop themselves right there on the token. Easy peasy. You can make this token big enough for them. It's just to represent that they're on the screen. And that's what they're doing, sailing on this little boat. Just an example. Then if you want to get rid of it, this is the trash can. It looks like a trash can. Click it, and it's going to delete the token. Not permanently, just go off the board. You want to, let's say you selected the wrong token. Oh, I didn't mean to select this one. Oh, press X. Easy. Super easy. Here, go on. Okay. Anyway, I guess that's it. Hopefully you found this informative. If not, sorry. And hopefully I didn't digress too much earlier. So anyway, hope that's good. That's it. My next session is going to be this Wednesday. It's going to be session 12 or 13. Missed one because I recorded and the audio was so bad, even worse than all my other ones, so I didn't post it. My apologies. I know no one is listening or watching them, so that's okay. It's more for myself. Yeah, so hopefully you found this useful, and bye for now.